to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are certified. An experienced detective of Jamaica Constabulary Force is about to educate you with facts and not propaganda or hyperbole for the government or its minions. I am not here to support criminals or their supporters. I do believe criminals must live in fear for their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. I do believe that Jamaican killers are not criminals but terrorists. Only that I believe, I know that Jamaican killers are not criminals but terrorists. I know that for a fact because what they are doing is terrorize the families of their so-called enemies who were once their friends. That is why I do believe and I know and support preemptive strikes as the United States government military used to take out terrorists who are a threat to the lives of Americans. It should apply to our homegrown terrorists in Jamaica who have no heart, conscience, respect for the laws of Jamaica, the lives of the Jamaican people, the children, the women, some of them who are kerosene oils, and including themselves. These are the poorest people in our societies. But the things that keep these people going is that we have a criminal organization, lobby group that lobbies for these people. And these people, including the head cook and bottle washer, Dr. Carolyn Gooms, who lives in the Constant Spring police area. She has 5 armed guards there with guns that protect her. If Jamaican people were such peaceful people, why does she and her family needs armed security? This does show you how these people are hypocrites. So these are the men that you're going to see that these people supported and has been lobbying the government for years and finally get the government down to its knee. And the criminals has taken over Jamaica, and now it's who can be the most barbaric and murderous killer in Jamaica that can make the others look worse. So these are the chosen people that Jamaican for Justice has been celebrated, revered, lauded, and lobbying for years. So here are your killers who are telling you, the Jamaican people and the world, that they're killers. And what they do, they smoke. You know what? I'm gonna let these men tell you in their own words, not me. Because as you know, they're gonna be saying that I'm a hater of poor people, as if I was born rich. I am not rich. So listen.
On the piece, you know, what the fuck, dog? Basically, any other way are dirt. Dirt.
We're not pretty.
Don't
That
die.
time we're not pretty. Hot drugs, you know.
Kill and collect.
Smoke and forget.
Alright,
So they fly with a rifle and a handgun.
Remember what I tell you.
And all of my friends them are murderers. What do they say?
Jump.
6 them out here.
El Manago. Sinner. El God.
Pretty point. 6 wheel out there. Very place.
Tell them not
We are
them
in the
good.
club. Suck on them.
Alright.
Yeah, and then I make the money.
Yes, my viewers and loyal subscribers. As you can see, you know, those young men are the people that Jamaican for Justice have been lobbying for years. And, you know, and finally they have got their wishes, and their wishes is materialized. Where criminals now, you know, are advertising their wares and the things that they do with their trades. That's, you know, that they have a rifle and a handgun, and you know, they say they kill and collect, and then they smoke and forget. I mean, they smoke weed or special or whatever you want to call it. So these people are being labeled as role models and good poor people. They don't have any money, so that's why they kill a lot of Jamaicans. I don't know how, on God's earth, killing another person, putting money in your pocket, and in which all these boys that have guns, the rifles are more expensive than even cars. But these are the people that this woman and her acolytes has been fighting for years. So they finally bring the government down to its knees, and the criminals have been running amok in Jamaica. But not only that, they have been done a good job over the years, but they have been showing the world and the Jamaican people of what they thought of the Jamaican police. And if you look right to the right beside this woman, her organization, that's the profile of the organization. That's a photograph of a police officer depicted with two horns, showing that the police officers in Jamaica are the devils. I wanted to let that sink in. The police officers in Jamaica are shown by this human rights lobby group as the devils. The police officers in Jamaica are the devils. And these men who are promoting themselves as being killers, murderers, and they kill and collect and smoke and forget. These are the protected species. These are the men who are revered, celebrated, and lauded in Jamaican society because they are poor, and the only thing for them to feel much better is to kill as much people as they can. Like this woman who's on the left of the same photograph. That's Dr. Carolyn Gooms. She's a woman who has gotten filthy rich for lobbying other Western country against Jamaican crime fighting, calling the killings of these murderers extrajudicial killing. And when these people are killing people, you don't hear anything about extrajudicial killing. But as soon as the police or the security force kill these murderers, it's a big abaloo and all kind of stuff. So for years, she has been propagating that the Jamaican police officers in Jamaica are the devils. And that's a proof in the pudding right there. That's not a made-up story. That's their Facebook account. It was sent to me by a young police officer who told me that it's mandatory for them when they are at the National Police College, in which they have changed the name, because when I was there, it was the Jamaican Police Academy, because the Americans had found that, the training school already, and at the time, Jamaica was it was much better than now. So they were able, Jamaican for Justice were able to lobby to get one of the most corrupt police officers to become commissioner of police. And with him getting that chair, he was able to implement this group as a mandatory for them to address these police officers and teach them about human rights. You understand? As if, Jamaican people in a whole, if you don't know about human rights, they treat others as you want them to treat you. But this group has pushed it to a limit where, only the criminals' rights is respected. No other people in Jamaica rights is respected. As you can see, Dr. Carolyn Gooms and her family has gotten filthy rich from the bloodletting in Jamaica. Yes, you understand? Nobody is doing anything in it unless there's something in it for them, money, especially on that scale. Because if you can be presiding over an organization where you have one man can be killing 40 people for a year, but yet still the same man who would kill 40 people for the year, and when the police confront that such person and there's a shootout or whatever, and that person is killed, and you're gonna say it's extrajudicial killing, you have to be making money from the bloodletting to be supporting these people. And the worst part about it is that this woman, her premises is gated, and there are 5 armed security guards around her home. So she's secure, but yet still, she's promoting for the same poor people not to live in a peaceful society or in a society where they can realize their dreams, hopes, and have the same opportunities as her son who was a licensed gun and had fired it in public and was arrested and charged. And her son was given his firearm was returned, although he had breached the laws of Jamaica. But that's how it is, corruption, married to politics, you understand. And if it was a police officer, you'd not hear the end of it for a police officer to be firing his gun in the public space without justification or anything like that. But Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. You understand? Imagine you have a human rights group depicting police officers as devils. You understand? This is not makeup or any makeup story. This is what is on their Facebook page. It was sent to me by a police officer. You understand? In which he had sent the web address and stuff. It's on Facebook, Jamaican for Justice. And this is how they depict the Jamaican police officers as devils. And then these are the same people who are going to the Jamaican police, to the National Police College to address our young police officers about human rights. About human rights. When these people don't even respect the rights of the police officers in Jamaica. Imagine you have an organization that depicting the police officers as devils. Come on, in which modern society is this acceptable? Only in Jamaica, police officers could be depicted as devils, and the same organ. Yes, if the Jamaican police officers or the police force itself was savvy and vindictive and believe in, do unto others as they do to you. As this organization is depicting its members as devils, what the police officers should have done, in which I think it's fair game, is to, use their address, Dr. Caroline Gomes and her family address, and filter it down to the boys down there in the ghetto. You understand? Jonestown, especially where I'm from, our jungle, and let them know that there are 5 guns there. There are five armed security guards there, and they can get these 5 guns. Because the thing is that whenever these gunmen strike, the police will not reach there until everything is over. You understand? So the thing is that what would happen is that whenever these boys are going to strike or will strike, it will be when the police officers in Constant Spring Police here are changing shift. So by changing shift, that will give the boys ample time to do what they want to do and get these 5 guns from our armed security guards there. As for me, I don't care for her or her family, because as somebody who was born and raised in the ghetto, I have seen her as somebody who's an enemy of poor people. She's not a friend or an ally of poor people. Her main goal is to destroy poor people by pretending that she's looking out for them when she's not. This is a woman who have no heart, none whatsoever, because look what has happened, you understand, to our people. Look what happened even at the funeral today in Dovecot, where Shanice Dean was murdered at Medaris. Not even going to a funeral, no one is safe in Jamaica anymore. The criminals have so much courage, they're so brave, which, they have no fear of the police in Jamaica, so they're free to do whatever they want to do, and they can go wherever they want and kill whoever they want to kill. I remember growing up, funerals were a place where people are allowed to mourn. Because of this group and labeling the police as the devil, funeral is not a place for people to mourn anymore. Funeral is a place where it's like a war zone. For you to go to a funeral and return safely, it's not a given anymore. You understand? People used to respect the dead. Now, they're going where the dead is to kill more people. You understand? And these people, they know that they have all the rights in the world to do that. because they have a lobby group called Jamaican for Justice, headed by Dr. Carolyn Gomes, who lives uptown. She doesn't live where the poor people live, so she cannot emphasize with them. The only thing that she can do, and she's been doing it quite successfully, is making money off the backs of poor people. And she's so smiling to the bank. Look at her and her husband having a wonderful time at the expense of the poor. And they claim that they love the poor. You would never see these people down in the ghettos where I'm from. She and her husband to show the world that these people are peaceful. These people don't mean any harm. Just go there, Dr. Carolyn, just go there into Seaview Gardens, Riverton, Jonestown, Tivoli Garden, or wherever. And because you're a white woman, and just go there, dressed in a liberal fashion because you're a liberal. You are trying to indoctrinate our children to expose certain kind of behavior, which is not conducive to African culture. You are not a black woman. You are Hispanic, and Hispanic do not see themselves as black people. But you will call yourself that you're white. You understand? And you're not white. You're Hispanic because of your last name. So I don't know what is going to happen with the Jamaican people in terms of fighting this monster, the crime. Jamaica is a criminal's paradise in the Caribbean Sea. I know the biggest enemy is the Jamaican for justice. We have seen where they depict our police officers as devils, and it is something that one should be ashamed of. You understand? Knowing that this organization have created a society where lawlessness rule and murder is the order of the day, and killers are revered, celebrated, lauded, and promoted. These killers are known in the Jamaican law enforcement circle, and in the community they are elevated, celebrated, revered as role models. And every kid, every young man in these communities looked up to these men or abusers of people's rights. However, I do believe it's time now for the Jamaican people, whenever you lose a loved one, to look nowhere else than to look to Dr. Carolyn Gomes. She's the one that has been making crazy money from the bloodletting in Jamaica, of all Jamaican people. And she has no love for the Jamaican people. The only love she has is to make money, and more money there is to make. If an organization is depicting our police officers as devil, there is no reason for this organization to even exist. And most of all, to be addressing our young police officers at the National Police College in Twickenham Park, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. When I was there over 34 years ago, it was the Jamaican Police Academy. Thanks for watching the Jamaican Young Police channel. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And most of all, share it. You understand? Share the video so you can educate others. One of our biggest enemies in Jamaica is Jamaican for Justice. And the main perpetrator behind it is Dr. Carolyn Gomes and her family. She has been waxing rich from the bloodletting and the killing of innocent Jamaicans. And she has done a beautiful job of promoting the criminals to kill more people in Jamaica because she's benefiting financially. Carolyn Gomes and her family do not love Jamaica or the Jamaican poor people. They only pretend because they know that the poor people are illiterate, lazy, and they're communist and socialistic in their thinking. Have yourself a beautiful day, and remember, the main enemy in Jamaica is Jamaican for Justice. Dr. Carolyn Gomes and her family, and no one else. Thanks. Have a nice day. Blessed Lord.